I think the only thing that's left now is to talk to Elfin. Oops. I wasn't supposed to say that, but yeah, that's who we're about to meet, I think.
This should be the guest of honor's room. Time to see who's inside.
Yes? Who is it? Please come in.
That sounds like... Excuse me.
Elfin! It is you! Why was I expecting Elise?
I had a feeling it was you, but I didn't dare to hope.
It's you.
It's
Really you.
Yep, it's me!
Your Highness.
How did you get here? This all feels like a dream.
Can you explain to me where exactly Elise is?
Please don't tell me it is. I don't think my heart could handle the disappointment.
It's really me. I'm so glad you're safe.
I've come aboard to tell you some very dire news, Your Highness. I have joined the Noble Alliance.
I'm so sorry that you had to go through all of this. If I hadn't been so weak and careless, none of this would have happened.
You mustn't apologize. Simply being able to see you again is more than I could have hoped for.
You must have been really lonely.
Oh, the psychopath's on board? Gee!
I'm here for you now, though. I might not be the most reliable person for the job,
But you're certainly the most sane if we go by the entire ship's standard.
but I'm not going anywhere.
So that's what you've been doing all this time?
Yeah,
Fluffing about here
I was
and there.
happy all of us were able to get back together again. But then yesterday, I ended up being invited onto the ship by Duke Cayenne. That's why I'm here, talking to you.
I do recall thinking things were a little noisier than usual yesterday. Now I know why.
You didn't bother to look outside your window?
Strange as it may sound, I suppose I owe the Duke my thanks. After all, if not for his invitation, we wouldn't have been able to find each other like this.
Sorry. I wish I could say I'd snuck on board to rescue you or something.
Yeah, that'd be one hell of a feat, considering who's on board.
Incidentally, I hesitate to ask, but
You want to know where Elise is, right? She's not on this ship, I'm afraid. I can't say for sure, but I believe she's been taken to the same place as my parents.
Why in the world did they separate the two of you?
really?
I'm sure it isn't news to you that my mother, father, and Cedric have been imprisoned somewhere. And apparently, they've chosen Elise to be my family's attendant. So it's likely wherever they've been taken, she's right there with them.
Oh. But why not keep her as yours?
Really? I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or what.
I can hardly blame you. I feel exactly the same way, even.
But why were you alone imprisoned on this airship? Surely there must be some reason.
That was Duke Cayenne's decision. I believe he's using me to suppress potential rebellion in areas occupied by the Alliance,
Ah, yeah, that makes much more sense.
by having me address the people and calm them down.
Forgive me for saying so, but that's a little messed up. Using you like that.
I don't especially mind doing it, honestly. It's a simple enough task. People all across Erebonia are uneasy about this war. And as princess, I should do what's within my power to help calm their nerves.
But at the expense of your own feelings? I know you want to help, but you can't be happy about being used as the Alliance's puppet to deceive them. Plus, you've been forcibly separated from your family, your best friend. You don't even know where they are.
Yes, but... Oh, Why even bother? You see through everything, don't you, Rean? Anyway, putting my feelings aside, what do you plan to do now? I presume you don't intend to actually do whatever Duke Cayenne tells you to.
Fox, no!
Well,
Rean?
I'm really not sure what to do.
We're not helping Duke Cayenne and his posse, thank you very much.
The longer this war goes on, the more people will suffer because of it. But even so, I don't feel as though siding with the Noble Alliance is the right course of action. And the same goes for the Imperial Army. I can't in good conscience side with them either.
I see.
There's so much to think about. You're being used as a puppet against your will? And then Elise is imprisoned somewhere too, being forced to do who knows what. I have to act somehow to change things.
That wasn't your fault, Rean.
Ever since I was taken in by my family all those years ago, I've tried to be a brother figure to her. I became the person I am today because of them. They've always loved me like they would a real son, and she's always treated me like a real older brother. You saw that power of mine, didn't you? And what I look like when I use it?
Well, yes, I did.
Back when I was a kid, something just like that happened. I ended up using it right there in front of her. She should have been terrified of me. But if she was, she never once let it show. She treated me exactly the same as before.
Poor Rean, I can't imagine.
And that was when I swore, deep within my heart.
I can't imagine having to go through something like that as a kid. And then find out, and I'm not trying to put him down when I say this, that you're essentially a freak of nature with a power that nobody understands.
No matter what happened, no matter what I had to do, I would always protect her. And that's why I can't help but wonder.
Why the fuck am I on this damn ship?
I can't help but wonder if now's the time to live up to that promise. If I should put her before everything else. Even if I have to ignore or outright betray my own personal beliefs in the process.
I don't think she's worth that much.
Rean.
I mean, that's not to say you shouldn't care for her and shit like that, but nobody is really worth giving up your own self-worth for. And I say that to everybody who's watching. Family or not, if you ever have someone in your life trying to make you do things that go against your beliefs, then distance yourself. I know it sounds hard, but stay true to yourself. And I'm not saying that to be cliche or anything like that. I honestly mean that. We have enough fake pigs in the world. I think our lovely government has quite effectively shown that among many other idiots in the world. But if you can, and honestly, you should have no reason not to, just stay true to yourself.
As your honorary little sister, I order you to get a hold of yourself.
God damn it, Elfin!
What? Your Highness.
I know Elise far better than you think I do. In fact, I'd even go as far as to say I know her better than you.
We're lovers, don't you know?
Rean, she's already told me so much about what happened 8 years ago. She told me about how that snowy day was what inspired you to take up the sword. She told me how traumatic that moment was for you. How what happened stays with you even now. And she even told me that, while she hated how she felt the tiniest bit happy because of it. Because it meant that your attention, your guilt, and your sense of responsibility were directed towards her and no one else. And she knew more than anyone how selfish that was. She may have had other reasons for choosing to go to Saint Estrella, but her main reason was that she didn't want you to keep feeling guilty because of her, more than anything else. She wanted to free you of your burdens. You should know, when you joined Thor's and were making new friends, and you finally seemed to be moving forward, She felt a little jealous, and even a little lonely at being left behind. But she was so very, very happy for you too. So please, Rean, please don't use Elise to justify not choosing your place in this war.
These guys are
Because
so
I know for a
fucking
fact,
cute.
she wants you, of all people, to carve your own path and find true happiness.
I
honestly love the character dynamics. They're so cute.
How could I have been so blind? All this time I thought I was trying to protect her, and it's been the other way around since the start.
I mean, you're pretty damn blind, Rean. I mean, your sister's in love with you, and I don't mean as in the sisterly kind either.
And that's not just true for her either. Mom, Dad, Master Ka-Fi.
Cassandra Lee Morris, I'm going to assume that's the VA for Princess Elfin here. And if so, she's got a really nice set of vocal cords, that's for sure. And if she stays as her as Princess Elfin grows up, oh my god. She really does fit this character.
All my friends at Thor's? They've been supporting me this whole time. How could I have missed something so obvious?
Honestly, I can't think of any character in this game whose voice I'm just like against. I mean, I hate Blue Blonde, but it's not because of his VA or his voice. It's just I don't like him. He annoys me.
I think I finally understand what I've been lacking inside of me all this time.
Although, actually, I should say this much. There are times when I think Laura does kind of sound emotionless. And I don't mean that in a mean way. It just, sometimes she sounds rather dull.
I was so focused on trying to protect others, I never stopped to think about how relationships go both ways. Others try to support me just like I try to support them. And I have as much of an effect on them as they do on me.
I hope you keep that in mind, Rean, when you essentially throw yourself at the most stupidest shit you can imagine.
How did I not realize before now? I'm sorry, Master. I think you gave me that intermediate scroll a bit too soon.
Rean, it's called growing up. He's unlocked the superpower. The superpower of
Never, I
belief!
suppose. Because now I finally feel like I'm ready. As long as I keep that fact in mind, I won't lose control again.
The fuck? It came in the form of a little crystal. Spirit unification. Now that is a skill I admittedly don't ever use quite that often.
Are you alright?
Oh no, I'm great. I'm fantastic even. See, I crystallize my mind. This is it.
I'm fine. And I've got you to thank for that. Forget honorary. You sounded just like my real sister for a minute. So, thank you. I think it's time we get going. I wouldn't want to keep my classmates waiting any longer than I already have.
A pity, but you're right. I was rather hoping we could stay like this a little while longer. But I suppose all good things have to come to an end.
Whoever implied that I'd leave you behind?
Take care of yourself, Rean. I'll leave Elise's rescue to you.
Again, whoever implied I'd leave you behind?
No matter what it takes, please. Why are you shaking your head?
Alphen, for somebody who can be incredibly smart, you can be surprisingly dull-witted too.
I said it's time we get going, didn't I?
I'm glad somebody caught that.
There's no way I'm leaving my sister's best friend imprisoned in a place like this.
Being used by a tool, no less.
I will get the two of us off this ship. So stay close to me.
Now, shh. We be hunting rabbits on this there ship. Great, we're gonna escape. How?
So, do you have an escape plan?
Valimar, the Ashen Knight, is on the deck. He's chained up there, but if we can get to him, I'm sure we can find some way to use him to get away from here.
Why did they bother chaining him up when it's pretty fucking obvious the minute Rean gets inside, he can more or less just break the chains? There was really no point.
First, though, we need to find a way to get out of this part of the ship without anyone noticing.
Alright then. I never imagined I'd be running away from here with you at my side.
Oh no, Alphen, no! We're not doing those cheesy romance things again.
Elise is going to be so envious.
Alphen!
Anyway, let's get going.
She's been reading too many cheesy fan fictions. Alright. How am I going to get out of here? I see an exclamation point, which means...
There are a lot of very strong people here, so try to keep your voice down.
Not to worry.
Hi! I'm leaving, guys! Bye! Hope y'all don't mind me leaving with the princess. I just feel like my time's run out. Y'all have a fantastic day.
This looks like... Thought so. It's a vent.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Do you know what the thing next to you is called? A table. More specifically, a table with a flower pot on it.
Well, that's convenient. Might it lead to somewhere else on the ship, you think?
Most likely. Still, I can't very well ask a princess to crawl through a vent.
At this point, I don't think she has time to be picky, Rean.
Nonsense, Rean. Of course you can. I'm ready to begin our great escape.
But it's going to be all dark inside. And probably filthy, too.
Rean, I really don't think she has the time to worry about that.
A little bit of darkness and dirt never hurt anyone.
At least we got a princess who's not afraid to admit it.
I had to travel through some fairly narrow underground passages when escaping from Heimdall, too. All right? How about I go first? I'm smaller than you, after all.
Hey, how about you stay behind him?
No, definitely not. Well, as long as you're all right with it. But I'll be going first. Like I said before, just stay close to me.
She totally knew what she was doing.
All right, then.
You can act dumb, but I know what you were plotting, Alphen.
You'd think a princess would be more mindful when she's wearing a dress.
I'm telling you right now, she knew exactly what she was doing. Ugh, goody.
I'm surprised. It's not dirty at all in here.
They have the servants crawl through here.
Maybe it's because the ship's newly built?
Either that or they have the servants climb through here just to dust it off. Because, you know, nobleness. Would anyone really care about tact in this situation?
There's a corner.
We must be past the guest area then.
Frankly speaking, nobody should, but Rena's like, but she's a princess. We can't have her do this. Let me put it this way. If I were the princess in this case, I would have slapped him across the face and said, really? I think getting an ass shot right now is the least of your worries. We're on board a big ship with a ton of really strong people. I think that's a bit more concerning. What's with them? I'm not even...
Looks like we're in the clear for that part of the ship at least.
My, that was intense. It's like I've stepped right into the world of one of those spy novels that are so popular these days.
Alphen, I'm going to destroy that entire library at this point.
Anyway, here's hoping we can make it to the deck without getting caught.
What is it?
That didn't last 5 seconds.
Soldiers are coming this way. Keep a safe distance and let me handle this.
You said without being caught. So let's confront the soldiers. And get caught.
It feels like the closest thing we have to someone ordinary around here is that kid.
Oh, my friend, you're about to be sorely mistaken.
It's pretty nerve-wracking having to be around them all.
I just wish I could get to see Princess Alphen in person.
Oh, I can help you with that.
Oh,
What?
Too late!
You did say you wanted to see the princess in person. Well, guess what? Here she is.
Now's our chance. Let's get him! Here I go.
All right. Before we kick your butts, though.
Huh.
Right!
Okay, good. She can at least do this. I don't think she can do much of anything else.
Let's move.
I'm going to save my S-Craft because I have a funny feeling I'm going to need it.
It's my turn!
Because getting off this ship is not going to be as easy as they're making it.
Let's move.
Oh, that's right. She does cards.
Okay, it's safe for now.
No, they're strong.
Are you all right, Your Highness?
Yes, I'm fine. Thanks to you, of course. Let's be going. I'll be sure to stay very close to you.
Good. All right, here we go.
Yeah, something tells me it's not going to be quite as simple as you guys are making it out to be. Okay. Come back here.
Now's
I
our
don't know
chance.
if I already
Let's
have
get
your
him.
info.
Here I go.
I did say I was going to steal all your info, and I meant it.
Yeah.
Gladly!
Nope, I didn't think so.
Let's move.
Okay, we got you, and... Okay. So then I can do this.
Second. That's the power of the 8 leaves.
Were they mechanical monsters?
Indeed they were.
They're called archaisms.
Yeah, I knew there were going to be something. Neat. Battle scope, I'll take that, thank you.
I suppose escaping through the windows would be an option.
And go where?
Probably not. We'll have to do this the long way.
Alphen, we're on a ship! The minute we go out that window, we're going to go pummeling to the ground! God knows how many feet!
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here I go.
Okay, yeah, we got 2 people here.
Gladly!
I think I've got 100% so far in terms of battle
My
scoping
turn.
my enemies.
Second. Now. Here I go.
Oh, you're alive.
That's the power of the 8 leaves.
Interesting. I would have thought you'd be dead, but must mean my enemies are getting stronger.
There they are! Recover the princess!
So much for not getting caught.
Whew!
2 soldiers, 1 military monster. Shouldn't be a problem. Stay back, please.
Right!
Bring it on. Let's move.
Okay, we got your info, we got yours, we got yours, we got yours. So, I can just do this.
Now!
Arcus, activate! Ha! That was splendid!
I always forget Alphen can actually fight.
I'm shocked how skilled you are with arts.
You are? You're so sweet.
No flirting, you two. Well, let me put it this way. You have effectively alerted the guards, which will have effectively informed Crow and the rest of the crew that we have indeed made a break for it.
Now's our chance. My turn.
I can't see that quite ending well.
Second form. That's the power of the 8 lead.
Damn it. Thank you. Don't think I need to worry about you.
Oh, look! A staircase!
Hopefully this will lead to the deck.
I read that as lead into the dark. I was gonna say, what now?
How did you get ahead of us?
Are you really surprised? Hello. It's nice to see you too.
I'll freely admit I wasn't actually expecting you to join the Alliance.
What a hell of a shocker would have been had I done that, huh?
But not even in my wildest dreams did I imagine you'd try to flee the ship with our dearest princess.
I love to make people keep guessing.
You're a bold one, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting to run into either of you on the way out either. You guys aren't called the Phantom Thief and Duvalie the Swift for nothing.
Trying to praise us won't get us to let you pass.
Ha! Princess Alphen is one of this nation's most precious treasures. You surely couldn't have thought that I, the Phantom Thief, would allow you to steal her from us, could you?
Yes.
I'm not being stolen by anyone. If anything, I was the one who whispered sweet nothings into his ear and tempted him to run away with me.
Alphen!
Oh my! What a passionate young lady you are.
Oh,
Forgive me
bravo.
for being so presumptuous.
That's it. That is it. I am burning the library when we get back home, Alphen.
You've no doubt taken after your brother in more ways than one.
Okay, we are not letting her near her brother ever again.
I'd like to believe that I'm not quite the oddball he is. I couldn't agree more with his belief that love is the truest form of beauty, however.
Really now?
I swear, I am surrounded by clowns. I'm surrounded by clowns. What an
actually
odd
hit it off.
conversation for these two to be having right now.
I think that's enough messing around for one day. You're an enforcer, Blue Blanc. Take your work seriously and behave!
You must be fun at the parties.
Ha ha! I think the number of enforcers who take things seriously are in the minority, I'm afraid.
I was about to say, and you know what? He's not wrong. Because so far, I can't think of a single one of you thus far that's been actually serious.
Still, you're right about us having played around for long enough. I find the many mysteries surrounding you fascinating, but there's a certain appeal to them remaining forever unsolved, too.
You may think yourself a swordsman, but allow me to show you how little you truly know.
Diwali, you don't necessarily scare me.
Are you sure you can do this?
It's Rean Schwarzer. He'll be fine.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. The gap in skill between us is small enough that I should be able to force our way through.
Bold words to be saying right in front of your enemies.
Oh?
Small? The difference in our strength is like night and day, you boor! And if you're foolish enough to be unable to see that,
Diwali, do you really want me to show you?
then allow me to make you realize your folly and pay for your arrogance.
You're gonna regret that.
The one being foolish and arrogant is you.
Oh, using it, eh?
My.
Rean?
I owe me being able to do this to you, Your Highness. You and Elise.
Time to take control of our destiny.
No. Everyone who's done anything to aid us in coming this far deserves thanks.
What's happened to
I
him?
love this song. Well, Diwali, what I am doing is in fact showing you that the gap is quite small.
Could this be your ogre power?
8 leagues, 1 blade school, intermediate level. I, Rean Schwarzer, will be your opponent.